Holmes and Watson from a long time. Wouldn't that be funny? Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, YouTubers. Welcome to another edition of Aries Sky Riddley's video blog. I'm going to be doing this video here because my laptop's turned off and I haven't turned it on today. And I have a couple things to share with you all. So the first thing is we got a letter from the manager today, manager's office, basically saying here's your invoice and receipt for payment of rent. Nothing else in the mail, no checks. So a couple things I wanted to share with you today. First of all, Hannah, happy birthday to Hannah. Hannah's 28 today, moderator Hannah. So a couple things on my list to talk about today isn't political or stimulus. Now, last night, as you all know, we watched both debates, and I just watched the videos and stuff, and they fact-checked Donald Trump. And, you know, until the fat lady sings, the election's not over yet. So right now, but we're not talking about elections. We're not talking about politics. We won't talk about stimulus checks. I want to talk to you all for a minute about what's going on and how I'm feeling. So this morning, I got a call from the heart doctor. Actually, she tried like 20 times. I finally turned my volume off on my Amazon device so I could sleep. Hey, that one's a 4-pointer. 4-point deer right there. I'm watching this deer. He's looking at me. Is that a doe? He just ran over and tried to headbutt the doe with his horns. See, look at it. They must be in rut season or mating. Mating. It's breeding season. Fall's always breeding season. If bucks or antlers fight or bucks, they breed.
So, anywho, one of the things I'm feeling today, there he goes, he's chasing her again.
He's trying to mate with her.
So, one of the things I wanted to share, yeah, that's interesting, is what's going on in my life is I feel like I'm a prisoner in my home you know, because one is I feel like I'm in the 1800s where I have to rely on mail order for supplies. I could order groceries in from Amazon, but that'll take too long for supplies. Two is I need to get hamburger, and yet we don't have hamburger, so I think I'll be eating expired hamburger helper soon, which really sucks because we don't have the hamburger available right now. Two is I feel trapped here because we are stuck in an island. Now, I know my cousin said, oh, don't worry, you live in a beautiful island. That's not the problem. The problem is I called Amtrak today to make appointments to go to Portland. See, I contacted the doctor's office. Well, actually, she called me like 50 times today, and finally I answered. She's like, is this Rita? And I'm like, yeah. Do you have a moment? I'm like, well, I'm indisposed of right now, but what is it? And she's like, well, I want to talk to you. So I finally finished up, you know, and I forgot to flush the toilet. I left a big old turd in there. Chloe had to flush it for me. But the lady's like, why were you indisposed of? I said, well, you got me while sitting on the shitter, lady. And she just broke up laughing like, oh. I said, I was pinching a lobe, you know. And so I talked to the doctor's office, and they want to put me in a coronary artery disease free survey, you know, medical survey type thing program, so they can monitor me, you know, because the doctor basically says I truly have CAD. And when he looked up my primary care physician's notes and other notes from another clinic, I give him permission. He says, you have CAD. That's why she put it in there, but they can't find anything wrong with my heart that well, so they turned around and did what they had to. So because of the CAD, the problem is I got a beer poured, by the way. So I made an appointment to go down there, and the only way to get down there is by bus. And so Chloe knows my problem is I have breathing problems. So one reason why Chloe does all the shopping for me is so I don't have to Hello, Big. Good to see you. I see you're using a profile picture for once. So, yeah. So, yeah, I have my Guinness. Chloe's going to get me some more today and some dip. So, I feel, first of all, I have breathing issues, so I don't wear a mask. So, I try to stay in. But I can't sit there and get on the ferry, wear a mask for 90 minutes, take it off, wait for the bus, and then work my way south to to the bus parking ride, and then from the parking ride work to the main hub, and then go in the main hub and pick up my what do you call it, Chloe? Pick up my passes and catch the bus, and then going down south. The other thing is the bus depot, the bus company said that they could ask me for like 500 documentations on my service dog status, which Amtrak, once they put it in the system, it's good. But this company here is the only one going to Portland. So if they tell me no, I'm stuck in Mount Vernon, and then I have to find a way home. And so I have to get back on the bus and go home and, then go back to the home, which means being stuck here more because they don't want to cater to someone with a service dog. So, but the other problem is with my family is I told them I don't want to be a burden, because the other problem is unless I make arrangements with the neighbor, which Chloe hasn't talked to the neighbor's been avoiding us, it seems.
She talks, Faye.
When?
She said she's willing to help us anytime we need help.
How come she doesn't talk to me?
You don't have Facebook.
So she messages you?
I don't know, man. That's not who you are.
Oh, Kaylee, or what's her name?
Trish.
Yeah, Trish. Cool. You told her about my Facebook problem, right? I blew it up. Yeah, she understands how I feel. So anyway, you do know you can tell her I have Instagram. She can message you there.
Well, I'll tell her next time she messages.
So anyway, so what happened so Amtrak's delayed. Okay, Amtrak canceled most of their services, and some of it's 3 days a week. So I had to make a phone call to a doctor's office where we used to live. We see primary care out there as well as specialists, and those specialists know that we're stuck out here. And because we're stuck out here, it's harder to get health care. So we are basically, I feel like I'm stuck here right now in my house, and there's no way in hell. So I have to buy a ticket to take the bus, and there's two things. One is I got to pay the neighbor to watch Ebony, which means 2 days, and return home. I'm trying to make arrangements for Chloe to either go to Seattle or Portland. I don't think any hospitals here will do it because they keep saying, go to your nearest emergency room. Well, Chloe could, but this island doesn't want to help. So she either has to go to Mount Vernon and Anacortes, and if they don't help, she's just accumulated a medical bill. So anyway, I'm trying to figure a way to get Chloe down there with me, which means she'll travel down there with me, and I'm going to have to stay in Portland until my appointment's over right before Thanksgiving, and then travel back there. So that means when I get off the bus, my family picks me up, and then Chloe takes a public transit to Sunset Transit Station, and then goes over to the mental hospital in Portland, which means she'll be there, and I'll be going over to Old Chicago for wings. My beer's going to be drinking faster than you going to get it.
Okay, I got it.
I
might just go beat up Doug before I go check myself in. I'm down there. If I got my wings.
So the other problem is, like I said, I feel like I'm living 1800s. I'm waiting for packages and stuff, and there's a lot of problems, really, beer, first beer. Yeah, my first beer. I got 2 bottles of beer. Chloe's going to go get more. So another thing that's bothering me to no end is I'm trying to get my cousin his presents, as promised. Problem is my fly guy basically hasn't shipped me my 4 rods, and he won't tell me what's going on with those 4 expensive rods I bought. He won't even give me an update. It's just he got like $3,800, and now he's not even talking about
it. It's like he took the money and ran, and he's like, "Oh, you need these for these? Okay, I could do that." Meanwhile, you know, I'm sitting here waiting for another Christmas check to come in, which, you know, Chloe's gonna have to call and find out. Post office doesn't know what the fuck happened with it. You know, they're like, "Oh, it could hit any time." It's in Seattle. They take a picture, but you see, we had a letter today that was screen captured today and delivered today to our mailbox, which was the apartment manager's letter. And so the apartment manager's letter basically just said, "Here's your receipt for rent," because they don't want to do anything else. But right now I feel like I'm trapped because, like I said, I had to make video conferencing arrangements. But when it comes to Chloe, it's getting harder and harder. You know, Chloe keeps talking about wanting to go to a mental hospital. I'm thinking, either I send her now or I send her in November. The problem is she tried calling her mom to go to move to Pittsburgh, and mom hung up the phone. Hello, Joe. So basically, you know, I'm in a bad mood. Joe messaged me today on Instagram. I don't use it, and Joe was showing me a cool hat that he bought. Seems cool. And I told him, you know, he thought I was in a bad bar. And it's like, no, I was in a bad mood, not a bar mood. A bad mood is what I meant to say. Because, you know, I got this thing set up, yet I got to go to Portland. Unfortunately, I can't get to Portland because, you know, it's 7 hours. And the bus depot said that they could turn me down just because they don't want me traveling with a dog. And everyone's afraid dogs can carry the coronavirus. So to me, I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. So I told my family I don't want to be a burden because, you know, I rely on getting home in a time frame. So I figured I'd go down there, spend the night with my cousin or 2 nights with my cousin, get on the bus on 2 days later and go home and then wait for the tests to come, which is 6 tests after the main primary survey. You know, they're putting me in a health, what do they call that? I can't remember what it's called now, but it's a study, a heart study, a CAD study, coronary artery disease study. So instead, they want me to do this, but I can't get down there because we're fucking stuck, you know. And, you know, one of the things Chloe was grumping about earlier was she's like, "Oh, well, you know, we live remote. It's like we would have our doctors." Yeah, but what if I need the CAD problem? They won't basically do it there. They'll just be like, "Oh, there's nothing wrong with your heart." But here, this doctor I got, who's an old fart, basically turned around and told me, "I think you have severe CAD," and they're not finding it. He even pulled up my husband's record and said he died at 38. So, you know, the point is I'm fucking worried about my health, you know. And so, so to me, it's pretty damn bad, you know. And to me, I'm just unhappy at the fact that we as a people have to be put in an area where I called Amtrak and they said, "Well, you know, we're not moving any trains much until April or May." They said May 2021. The guy said he apologized. He gave him all the info, and he says, "Ma'am, I apologize wholeheartedly. We can't move." And so my cousin, of course, he's like, "Well, that's fucking stupid." Well, it is. I mean, if you want to go from Seattle to Chicago, they're only running 3 days a week. And the guy said they're going to shut it down to 2 days a week. And if they can't get the loan from the government, it'll be 1 day a week. So it's like the entire nation's infrastructure is slowed down. I mean, look at the government. The government needs bailouts for public transportation across the country. I was reading a report where they said Seattle Metro needed money. I live in Seattle area. Seattle Metro needed money, you know, Metro buses. Skagit Transit needed money, and Skagit, you know, that's the where Chloe gets on Skagit, goes to Walmart. There was Snohomish bus system. That's community transit. That's basically needing money. Grant Transit Authority, where we used to live, needed money. And definitely the Metro or the Max line, the Portland Metro, the Portland Max line, which controls the buses, trains, and trams, need money. I mean, all these companies, and yet they can't move trains that they're cutting
services because no one will leave their fucking house. And because of it, it upsets me to no end because I'm stuck in an island where I got to rely on ferry service, which could be delayed because of whatever between, thunderstorms and wind and gale forces. And, I could miss my bus. So, it basically hinders on getting things moving, And then the other thing I said was, that I'm worried about Boon Boon. I mean, literally, if I go down there, I want to fucking get down there, spend a couple days with my cousin, not be a burden to them, which my cousin emailed, so don't feel like you're a burden or a jerk. We haven't seen you. But the thing is, I got a little rabbit to take care of. My rabbit's my world. Plus the fact my family doesn't realize me to get this fucking place clean. I mean, literally, I'm looking forward to a new laptop for Christmas for me. And my goal is, and I think if Chloe can leave, I can have this place done in 4 days flat. Like the last time. Every time Chloe made a big mess, went to a mental hospital, I had that place cleaned between 1 and 4 days. Now, having a bigger apartment means longer time, but I can have all Chloe's room cleaned up, vacuumed. I can have the bathroom cleaned. I can run down to the hardware store and get everything I need to clean. I mean, I can get everything done while she's gone. And when I get home, this place will be fucking spotless, And Christmas would be going off without a hitch. I know Chloe would be unhappy because of her computer, but the thing is she's basically not motivated for anything, and that's what's bothering me too. I mean, literally, people don't realize that, I do cleaning. Like today, I got up this morning, I was cleaning. Kitchen's almost clean. 20 minutes more, it's done. Fortunately, Chloe's not motivated. We got bags of beer bottle bags, and we got other things. I mean, let me put it this way. Today, Chloe went out and she dug up some more of her ramen, which she's got to eat it down, which is fine. But Chloe got mad at me when I said, look, we got sourdough hoagies, we got turkey breast meat, and we have mayonnaise. She doesn't use mayonnaise. I can make cold sandwiches. We got bread that's got to be used in 4 days, and we have to eat it down. She got mad. She said, fuck you. I'll make a fucking jalapeno sandwich, like a vegetarian thing. But the thing is it's just pretty bad. Yes, it's a long ways to go from where I live to Portland, but the problem is by bus it's 7 hours, and that's a long time, traveling on a bus with a mask on. And frankly, I don't think I could survive on a mask, for that long, So, so I don't know if I need to take Chloe with me, make sure everything goes good on my trip down there as a witness, stay there, and if Chloe gets gets discharged from the hospital, I mean, they're saying, oh well, you have to meet the criteria. Well, what's the criteria for mental hospitalization? Chloe's not on meds. I mean, literally, Joe, you're watching, right? So tell me, Joe, brother Joe, you've been hospitalized, so is Cam. What is the criteria? Well, you're harmed to others. Well, Chloe basically hit herself again last night and this morning. Chloe cuts herself all the time. I mean, everything hinders on the abilities of 2 items, which is travel and the bunny, And travel's easy. It's the bunny, My dog is just, so. But yeah, I feel like I'm living in the fucking past, because, the qualifications is if someone's severely mentally ill, shouldn't they basically either be getting help or, I can't stream. That's the thing, Joe. I don't want to pay $25 for a StreamYard update. I mean, literally, we used up the StreamYard last night. We used up the last of the 20 hours. I won't be refilled to November 1st because I don't want to pay $25 per month. And I really don't want to part with that money. That money can be used for something else, Instead, everyone wants me to StreamYard, but at the same time, I mean, that's what I'm trying to say. It'll cost me $25 a month to StreamYard for unlimited StreamYarding. Otherwise, I get 20 hours. 20 hours are used up. Last night, Cam wanted to be on, so we did that. I mean, literally, do you want me to part with $25? Do you want me, Joe, to part with $25 fucking dollars? I mean, look, I told Cam last night I could do a pull or a pooling of money from PayPal. People want me to StreamYard, they should pay for it. I mean, literally, we're all like an interconnected family, right? If someone wants a StreamYard, I told Cam $25. I mean, I shouldn't be partying with $25 if it's just Cam, you, and Mark. And Mark, basically, he's got enough medical bills for his cat that passed away that he can't afford it. So technically, what am I supposed to do? Just pay the $25? I mean, literally. And Sassy's not on. Otherwise, I told Sassy we were trying to coordinate 20 hours a month, but just for me to do unlimited, it costs $25 a month. And frankly, I'm up to my ear wits. I mean, I have the money, yes. I just don't want to part with it. I'd rather put $25 towards my beer because, you got people out there that say, oh, it's StreamYard. Well, we're out. We've superseded the thing, Oh, I know, exactly. And that's the thing. I mean, that's why I asked you, Joe, right here in the comments, if you can tell me what is your opinion of them. She called up 4 mental hospitals in the state she's been to. You know what they said, Joe? You don't meet the criteria. You got to be suicidal or homicidal or a threat to others or yourself. Well, let's see. She's made threats against the government, but they don't want to do that. That's in the past. She's hurt herself so many times. That doesn't count. And threatening to throw bricks through the window. You know what she said to me today, Joe? I sat there, right? And I'm on the phone making phone calls. Heart doctor, hormone doctor, primary care doctor, etc. Yeah, 2 6-packs or 6 of those large, tall bottles. Take the cart and get me some dip. I was hoping for something to munch on, too. Let me guess, you want a beer, too, again?
I know.
Do they have any munchies there? Maybe some chicken tenders or something? All right, I'll have some chicken tenders if they have it with ranch dressing.
I would pick up some. Why not have them, though?
They don't have it. They don't have it. Then don't worry about it. I just said if they have it. I don't know. I don't know if hold on a second. I don't know if the Hungry Clam has chicken tenders. They probably charge an arm and a leg for them. Yeah. So, anyways, once Chloe gets back, I'm going to watch Elementary. She doesn't want me live all day, but I'll tell you the story, okay? I want some for myself. Woo! Remember, I need 6 large bottles or 2 6-packs of my Guinness. And maybe 2 cans of dip. That get me by for a couple days.
All right. I'm heading out, all right?
Rightio, so you want to get back, I'll lock the door. All right, so let me just tell you what's going on. So today, Joe turned around and she asked me, Joe, specifically to turn on my card, which I have, or our card, to order her a ticket to go to Pittsburgh. Well, you know as well as I do, the manager won't let me live here unless I have 2 people. That's why I was asking for a roommate like Hannah, but Hannah doesn't want to leave. I think it's Alabama she's from. So, I'm trying to find another roommate, which is hard. So, anyways, and my primary care doesn't want to help me because I'm stuck, wherever. So, today, oh, look who's visiting me, everyone. Hello, everyone. My name's Moppy. Oh, so you want to cuddle with the mommy. Oh, look at this. I got a moving pillow, everyone. Look at this pillow. Look at this pillow. See, this is what I love. This is my dog. This is my service doggy. Service Perro. Hi, what up? Serviso Perro. If I said Cerveza Perro, Joe would get a joke. Are you a Perro? Are you a beer dog? Oh, yeah, you're a good boy. So let's talk about what happened today. So today Chloe's sitting there and she took the dog out and then she fucking decided to come in, have her lunch. And I said, when do you want to call Arizona to make sure you can get your absentee ballot? She turned around and fucking flipped her lid. And I said, look, eat your lunch. We'll call afterwards. I said, no. She says, if you keep saying no, I'm going to take a knife and I'm going to gut some people, including you. And or I'm going to fucking go and throw a brick through the fucking grocery store window. Well, I just said, you need some help. And she called her mom. Mom hung up on her. Like, look at this. Don't I love Buzz? Aunt Tara loves the dog. It's cute. Oh, yeah. If she was watching you, she'd be basically posting a comment, Moppy! Mop, want a treat? Moppy, want to see Aunt Tara? Oh, yeah, I cleaned out your eye clusters. Come here. So, basically, Chloe turns around today and she demands to get mental health in Pittsburgh, right? Her mom just hung up the phone and said, yeah, you buy Pittsburgh, we're in trouble. So, the only other option is go to Portland, but the problem is trying to coordinate. Look at this. What's up, huh? I gave you water. I gave you everything you need. Oh, yeah. Look at him. Isn't he adorable? He's my boo-boo. This is my baby. My baby mop. I think of him as a baby sheepdog. He looks like one of those sheepdogs, like from Little House with Jack. Baby Jack. That's baby Jack. This guy's name is Moppo. What is it, huh? Attention, huh? No, you better have some attention. I got hemorrhoids today. It hurts. It hurts every time oh, yeah, come here. So, see, isn't this great? I just cherish my dog. Okay, so, basically, what happened, everyone, was she turned around today and she got mad and she was ready to basically do some damage. And I finally turned around and I said, look, you're not a nice person. You fucking attacked me. You basically accused me of wanting to be with a rapist, supposedly raped her. You think I support the guy upstairs. You think I'm fucking friends with whatever. And yet, in the end, it was just, So, she keeps talking about getting checked in, but the problem is how do I do it? Usually I used to send her from Moses Lake, Washington, Joe, to Seattle, which was about a 7-hour train ride. She'd get in, she'd go straight to Harborview 3 times. Harborview helped her 3 times. First time was in August. The second time was October. Third time was February. Since then, and in February of 2018 to August 2018, she went to another mental hospital. She's been at every mental hospital in the state except for the big state hospital. Yet, she called them up the other day, and they said either you come down and make an appointment for walk-in or you don't come at all. Otherwise, use your emergency room. She thinks this emergency room sucks. Oh, the other ones are just. She says that I support discriminating racists in this hospital. I don't. I'll tell you what I do support. She's mentally unstable. Gotta get some more beer out after this one. Yet, we getting my drink. And literally. So, here we go. I like the foam on the top. The foam makes it work all wild. So basically, I'm trying to get her help when I can, And so I'm trying to ask my family for advice. That doesn't work. Oh, yeah, this tastes good. So she called up the hospital in Oregon. They're like, just come down. Ride down. Do it then. If we don't take you, you can buy a ticket home. Well, I mean, look at today, Joe. Look at this, Joe.
You heard it yourself. I said, pick me up some chicken tenders if they have some. I want chicken tenders too. Yeah, she wants it on my dime. She won't part with her money at all. She won't spend any fucking dime. The other day, she fucking drank a bottle of orange juice, was sitting on the shitter for 8 hours. She says, I don't feel good. And I'm like, that's because you drank bad orange juice. I got to replace it. She's like, I'm like, we got food that's slowly expiring that you won't touch because you stockpiled too much in the last 6 months and those expiration dates. And yet, she just doesn't want to fucking deal with it. Literally. And so she turns around, right, Joe? This is where I say, what does qualification to get in, right? Literally. She doesn't even fucking want to fucking clean. Look at this. She gets fucking mad when I'm basically talking today about buying my old laptop. And yet she turns around, Brother Joe, and says, what about me? Well, if you go to the hospital, I clean your laptop. You don't go to the hospital, you stay home, and you fucking use your mental illness like, I'm so depressed, I can't clean, I can't cook. Literally. I mean, fuck, I got 2 emails just came in magically. I wonder if it's my sister or something. Anyways, feel free to chime in real quick while I do this. Hello, everyone. Don't I look cute today? Yeah, I gotta give my medicine too. My doggy is just sitting there. Dude, I didn't want fucking YouTube. I wanted fucking. So, anyways, I finished my Sherlock story last night. It was pretty badass. So, I was really happy as hell about the rest, So, now Gmail's slow, but then again, it's always slow. All right, so we got 2 emails that came in. It isn't extended family. It's Amtrak and Hulu. And Hulu's like, you have stuff to watch. Yeah, well, I started Elementary. That's the thing, So, the guy, like I said, on Amtrak, he was the most sweetest guy in the morning. I asked him, I said, are you African American? He says, yeah. I said, that's cool. He said, are you a white woman? And I said, yeah. I explained my situation. I said, I have a service dog, but I got to travel. And he says, yeah, well, right now with this pandemic, everyone's basically being pissed. And it was just the most interesting thing in the world. 5 spams. I wonder who the fuck keeps damn fucking fruit flies. The other thing, Chloe, it's very urgent, very Google dear. Oh yeah, that's right. Someone's trying to fucking steal my info. That's why it goes into the spam box. Anyways, so I wanted to watch TV tonight, So, but the problem is, Joe, is how do you get someone checked in? That's what I'm asking you, okay? She turns around and she's like, I need the help. But the thing is, you said it yourself. You medicate her, she might not do anything. I mean, the meds that she was on, she was violent. And half the time when she wasn't violent, the meds made her sleep 99% of the time. So I had a clean house and everything, and I didn't have to deal with her. Oh, yeah, come here. Waggy the tail. The moppy toppy is my beautiful baby. So that's why I asked you, Joe, what the hell am I supposed to be doing, Literally. I mean, look at moderator Pee-wee. He emailed me the other day saying something about, oh, look, transgender healthcare is covered in California, But then she asked me about why Chloe hasn't had surgery. The real fucking reason she isn't is in her medical records, it says that she's self-diagnosed autistic, Asperger. But we have her Asperger diagnosed. But they also said she's borderline bipolar, major depressive disorder, psychopath, or antisocial disorder. It goes on the list. I have like 23 different diagnoses. Yet, that young lady basically turns around, and they said she's self-diagnosed transgender. She doesn't go through the right thing. She went through with her dad to get hormones to her primary care physician. She's been on hormones. She's never been diagnosed transgender by a therapist, never diagnosed by a therapist psychiatrist or psychologist. And yet, Moderator Sister Pee Wee said, well, why? Well, there you go. She was diagnosed. She wasn't actually diagnosed. She self-diagnosed. So all the records say self-diagnosis for transgenderism. So she can't get surgery. So she hates all the trannies that's had their vagiplasties and breasties and their facial work done. And she's sitting there with stubble, After my beer, I'll have some dip. So you guys get the idea. So I'm trying to get some guidance somewhere. I should have Joe. I should call Joe or have Joe call me after after I'm done here, because I feel like I'm trapped. I mean, literally, I feel trapped sitting on this island. And Chloe's like, "Why don't I have this fucking island? This island's a fucking asshole." Yeah, well, she basically brought it upon herself, and she wants to turn around and tear me down. Oh, you're being mean. You exacerbate the stories bigger. Really? You made threats against the president. That's not fucking exacerbating. That's the truth. You fucking had other things happen. That's the fucking truth. I've had to disarm you, and I've had concussions and everything else. That's fucking truth. And yet, she wants to say I'm the fucking problem. Look at her. I'm sitting here today, and I said, I'm not the fucking insane one hitting myself, threatening to cut off my penis, and fucking stabbing knives through me, and anything else. I said, I'm not the one doing this shit. I said, you need fucking help. And she's like, oh, I don't need the help. Oh, yeah, I need to get help. I mean, look, that's why I asked you, Joe, and I asked you, anyone else watching, what is the definition of, etc. Which reminds me, I turned off my notifications for Instagram, so, I'm going to find out if I should call Joe after, which reminds me, I'm trying to fucking Skype running. Skype won't fucking run. Some reason it says quit Skype, but I can't fucking get Skype. Dude, I'm trying to get fucking Skype running and it won't let me run it, It's like they don't want it running on my current system. So let's hope if Skype loads this time. Unless I got to install a new version of Skype, Because I've been trying to get Skype running and it won't run. So I might have to turn my phone on and check in with Joe about it because Skype won't load, So I was on Instagram earlier, so, but I'm fucking losing it. I mean, literally, I need things. She wants to leave, let her leave, but she won't leave, And then Chloe turns around and tells my adopted mother, who's trans, is a fucking man in a dress. And yet, man in dress, yep. Maybe I need to download the new Skype. Because it won't load. Maybe I need to. It literally won't load Skype at all, Maybe I'll just download the latest version of Skype. There we go. So I have to get the latest version and then install the damn thing. See if I can install running this with you guys because I'm fucking pissed. It won't fucking load, It's like Skype doesn't want to load. Then run the damn thing, I mean, literally, I don't know what the fuck to do. Yes.
So there it goes. So it's going to install the latest version of Skype on my computer because it's not fucking loading it. So then if it loads it properly, I haven't used Skype in a while anyways, but still it just fucking pisses me off. But I'd like to talk to someone about this problem because I can't talk to anyone about it. Chloe's just fucking like going violent towards everything. All right, so let's see what happens. It should load now, shouldn't it? Oh yeah, so I had to update to the latest version and download the latest version because it wouldn't load the damn latest version. So now Chloe wants to call her mom, we can load the fucking latest version. So, and because I pay fucking X amount of dollars anyways for Skype every month, it's now fucking trying to fix itself, which, as I was trying to tell Hannah, oh, well, it's loading. So it's send out Skype launch 3, I'll launch the app. Oh, whatever, dude. There we go. It's reloading now. So I had to install the latest version of Skype so it would work because it wasn't working with the older version. Thanks to fucking Skype. Here we go. We'll do it this way. I guess they want to know more about me now. Password. All right. Hold on. Dude, my password has never stayed the same, has never moved, you pieces of crap. Oh, there it goes. So now I got the updated version of Skype, so it finally uploaded. So I'll just leave Skype running in the background so I don't have to fucking worry about this fucking panty waste thing. So when I get done, I can probably call Joe if Joe wants off the Instagram him. I'm going to ask him for his number again so I can call him because basically, the reason I'm here right now is because of it. And I should talk to Joe anyways. It's been a while, but I haven't turned my laptop on. I don't feel too. And I'm feeling kind of lost right now, because she refuses to get help. So I sent her to go get some beer and some other stuff. And now she wants to use my money for chicken tenders. Just like I paid $15 for egg rolls last night. Oh. So let me send a message to Joe real quick. Because like I said, this is just going to be a short video. I just feel like I'm living in the fucking Stone Age. Feel like I'm living in the Stone Age. I've been giving in to her demand so much. I just, so. Hold on. So let me just send it. Hold on. I mean, literally, I'm just fucking out of my league, maybe. There. So I'm going to leave Instagram open because it'll tell me Instagram's running. But, I'd rather call Joe right now and talk to Joe anyways with that $25 I should be paying for StreamYards. But like I said to people, I shouldn't be paying money out for things that, I shouldn't be spending, and if anyone wants to fucking stream with me, they can always Zoom with me. I can always set up Zoom, I just don't know how to go ahead with the setting up a time frame or email, So there. So Anyways, I better fucking figure out what's going on, you know. So. Anyways, I better get going. So I'll check in with you in a little bit. So please add, subscribe, please post comments, please leave feedback, suggestions, hit the like, subscribe button, wholesome funny for your family, including your dogs, your cats, your service dogs, your bunnies. Hit the bell notification for new content every day. Thanks for watching and look for another part 2 later. Thank you and God bless you in everything you do.